Again, I'm here for Insurance Issues with Bobby Legate and Goosehead Insurance. And today I was hoping we could talk about umbrella policies, because everybody has umbrella policies on top of their regular insurance policy. However, I know for a fact that if the regular policy doesn't cover the item, then it's not covered with the umbrella. So you have to make sure your underlying policy is sound.
Yes.
So why don't you elaborate on that?
I was going to say, you were doing great.
Well, yeah, I am a CFP. Remember, I had to take all that insurance stuff, right?
Totally. Yes.
That's the reason I have you here.
Right, yeah.
Because I know from being a CFP that there is so much insurance that you have to know.
Yes, there is. And you know what, I think a lot of it is, it's not brought up in conversation too often. If you're trying to buy a house, it's usually a quick transaction, like let's get this done, it's insurance, one more check of the whole list. And again, going into looking and analyzing your entire situation and understanding what this is. So people that are curious.
I have something.
Go ahead.
Make sure you get your insurance evaluated. That is like key, right?
Yes.
So maybe just pound on that one too.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
So what we're talking about is the conversation of having an umbrella. And I think there's a lot of confusion when I do speak with clients as to what an umbrella actually is. And to put it in layman's terms, it's just like you'd imagine. Put an umbrella out and it canvases over you and protects you. Well, that's going to protect your house, protect your vehicles, protect your cars, and all the members that live in your household. So it literally is kind of like an umbrella that shelters you. So you do need to maintain, typically on a homeowner's insurance policy, $300,000 of liability coverage E in order to qualify. And most carriers also require $250/$500 on auto in order to qualify to be able to purchase the umbrella. Now, most families, and here's the crazy part about how affordable it actually is. So I get quotes anywhere from the mid $200 to mid $300 a year, not a month, a year, for $1 million umbrella with 2 household drivers, home, couple cars, 2 or 3 cars. That's all it costs. So when I look at people, it's the general rule of thumb, especially we're in Orange County here, is you need more liability coverage than your assets or your property are worth. So if you're buying $1 million home, you need at least $1 million of liability. If you got that plus a second home for $400,000, you'd be looking at, you want at least 1.4 plus cash in the bank, any assets, retirements, anything that can be basically possessed or taken from you. So the umbrella kicks in if you get sued.
Yes.
Did you have a point?
And my point was that I don't think we're mentioning that umbrella is really a liability policy.
Yes.
So that's probably a key word, because that's the reason we're protecting the whole house and the second home and the cars and the jewelry and everything, because anything, all your assets, really.
Yes. So umbrella is liability policy. So to define that, I am liable for hurting somebody or damaging somebody's property. So I kind of play the joke, if you're out there and if you're a scratch golfer like myself, just kidding, and you get one of my nice drives that hangs right and you hit somebody on another fairway. Ooh. Let's say, that guy's golfing on a Tuesday, maybe he's a doctor or somebody of, substantial wealth. Ooh. If you hurt somebody like that, you can bet if they don't go to work for a couple of days, they're going to have loss of income, loss of wages, their medical bills, pain and suffering. They're going to sue you. If you're a homeowner, that is an asset that they can sue you and seize and take from you if you do not have enough insurance coverage. So that's where we look at the liability section of why I'm mentioning you want as much as your assets, is you want insurance to carry the target on their back and have them pay out before they go into your bank account. They can garnish 25% of your wages of your paycheck. It gets bad. I have stories that I can share, but they take a while, where I've seen people literally be forced to, they weren't my client, they were the colleagues next to mine, but they had to force sell their home and take the equity out of their house because they didn't have enough
umbrella
without an umbrella policy. And it was just, mistakes happen. So it's one of those where I look at people for $20 a month, 4 gallons of gas at the moment. You could literally have an extra $1 million on top of whatever your baseline policies cover. So umbrellas are huge. Certainly ask about them. And then if you bundle this is the funniest part. Sometimes if you do like home auto and umbrella with Progressive for instance, it discounts the home and auto so much, it ends up costing like $50 a year, like because it offsets the discounts. So it's really just, it's becoming knowledgeable on it, understanding the what risks you're exposed to every day, and just asking. You know, you can get up to 5 million pretty easily of an umbrella.
And actually have a good insurance agent that evaluates and protects.
Exactly.
Really, really key.
Yes, and especially if you have out-of-state properties. Some carriers will only do within the state of California. Others, I have particular carriers that are like, that's fine. I have clients with 10 properties, one in New Hampshire, one in Texas, and you can list all of those. So your whole portfolio can be covered under one umbrella policy.
Very good to know.
Yes. And even LLCs, if you place your homes in different corporations. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Yay, well that's such good knowledge. And I know that Steve's gonna put your phone number and stuff, so maybe people who have questions and maybe want an evaluation, they can give you a call.
Yeah, one thing, I don't have broker fees, so to call me, talk to me, my cell phone number's down there. Just ask away any questions, be happy to answer those.
Well, thank you. Thanks for coming aboard, being our agent that is an expert, and just valuable to everyone listening.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.